Okay, so hey guys, I'm back and I have this thing back in my possession and I've been doing work to it slowly. This is what's there right now. As you can see, I got this all taken apart and I'll show you why. But pretty much I sold it how it was with that dash, that hood on it, with an 18 horse. I did do a motor swap. It had that engine in it, but that engine lost compression or something. I don't know. So I took this engine out of the Craftsman 3000, threw it in here. It should be a 25. I think it's a 25, but I swapped these covers a few times, so I'm not sure if this one's a 25, but I think it is. Put a Cup Cadet seat on it because the original seat right there that I had on it, the mount's ripped right through, and I could have just put washers on it, but I like this seat better. But it's a little tight of a fit, but that seat's way better. But today, I'll show you what's wrong with this thing and why it's all apart. So put this little coupler thing on it, put your steering wheel on it, and my steering box is shot. Oh, don't do that. So today, we might be redoing the wiring, I'm not sure yet, but we're gonna be putting the also out of the Craftsman 3000, this steering box, hopefully, I'm planning on putting in it. It's gotta be greased up, but seems to be decent. The mower that it came out of had really pretty good steering besides the front end, the steering bar, but besides that, this thing should be alright. I'm also going to be putting this front end in it because right now this thing, I have it set up as opposite way steering because the steering bar was hitting my oil filter, so I'd extend it out here, which makes it opposite, you know, whatever. This steering arm's going to be going on that front end because it's beefed up. It's just going to be a cocksucker to get these bolts off because I welded them for some reason. That's gonna be really annoying, but whatever. But getting rid of this, and hopefully, as long as I can get that steering box in, the steering bar will be underneath, going to right here. Well, back here farther. And we're gonna be putting a Craftsman 3000 dash on it because I don't like this dash. Used to be decent, but as you can see, it's pretty. As you can see, this dash is pretty well done for. So we're going to be putting the Craftsman 3000 dash on it. Craftsman 3000 dash, steering box, and dash, steering box, and front end. This right here is the mower I'm stealing all the parts off of. And it also has a good clutch bracket for me that I need. But it's thin, but I can brace it up. But the other one that I got's braced up, but it's already all bent to crap. But it's got a good trans in it too. That transmission was really abused though. I got a tiny ass. This was my grandpa's mower. I pulley swapped it for him, but he can't really ride it anymore. But I beat the hell out of this thing. But it was fun. I'll probably end up rebuilding it at some point, but for now, this is what's happening to it. Alright, so I'll get back to you when I get something done. So, steering box is out, front end's out. There's currently a really severe tornado warning out right now, but we're alright. But this is the old front end. You can see it's starting to bend there. I didn't even know that, I just noticed that now. And I mean, look at this contraption I got going. This is my old original steering, and then when I put the V-twin in it, I went to this right here. Still could be used, I mean, it could still be used on a project, probably. If you fucking take a hammer right here, I'm trying to find it. Yeah, that'd bend back, but I'm putting that one in it. The only problem is I want to put the bigger bolt in, but you know, so I don't know what I'm gonna do about that yet, but we'll figure it out. All right. Don't mind the mess. The front end's in. Steering works. It's a little tight going that way for some reason. But this is my setup on both sides. You know, it might be a little janky, but look it clears, right? And it acts as a acts as a perfect steering stop. I'll do the same thing on the other side once I figure out why it won't go full lock this way. Because it's not hitting anything, it's just rubbing. I think that bolt, it's just that. Oh no, that's full lock. Alright, never mind. I just knocked this little spacer out. There is still a little spacer in there for the bigger bolt, so we were good. Like I said, this is my setup on both sides for the steering bar. But yeah, now is the pain in the rear end part. I'm probably gonna take all the wiring out. I'm just gonna redo the wiring. I'll leave my throttle cable. I'm gonna have to take my gas tank out, and there's gonna be a hole there. Alright, so you can see there's a hole here now. The hole's too big. It's fine though, trial and error, whatever. But I only needed to cut this side out, this little hole right here. This didn't need to be cut out, but I was just guessing. And then I'm reusing this hole that was already here, and then that hole right there I had to drill out, and this one right here I had to drill out, and then I'm not putting a third one in because this hole interferes with that. Made it a little too big, but it should be alright. I don't know. Find out, I guess, right? I might end up trying to weld a little plate in there to get the fourth one, but for now I'm mounting it in with the 3, at least to get it mocked up and working. Well, I already got it all hooked up and got it in place, but I'll get back to you when I do something. Alright, so you come under here, you got steering bar going to, as you can see, it's all moving, right? So it's not perfect, and I really hope it don't fucking break from it, because the bolt holes weren't perfect and it pulled it down a lot, so I hope it don't crack. But just bolt here, bolt here, bolt here, and I did end up mounting, I got the fourth one in too with a bolt and a washer. I caught the side, but then I got a pulley. I gotta put this pulley back on. This goes here, but one second. Alright, so this I'm worried about breaking. These are normally weak, I think. I've broken any ones that have the joints. I always have to weld them or drill through them. But as you can see, these are both of them are popped out. That's the original steering arm that was on this rear front end, but we'll hope for the best with that. But as you can see, you turn the wheel, we got steering. This actually makes me really happy. It seems to be working good. So now I'm gonna start throwing the dash together and doing wiring, I think. Alright, so we're not done with the wiring, but we have batteries dead, but kill, well, that's dead off, that's on. Starter, the battery's just dead, but that's the starter. I know it looks a little messy, but dude, this is the neatest I could get it with the least. I'm not even done yet. I still have to do my rear lights, but I have it down to as many less wires as I can, and it's all decently neat. So you got, that's your kill, your starter. This is gonna be the power for the lights. This is the fuse for the push button. I don't have a fuse on my charging wire, but that's starter cable, kill, charging, and it's all just in like a little bunch here. I'm trying to keep it as together as I can. I still have to figure out my throttle. Well, my throttle, I'm probably just going to put it back how it was. It worked pretty decent like that. So my choke cable is a little tight, so I might have to do something about that. But Probably gonna finish this wiring, get some more few things done here and there, and I'll get back to you guys. Alright, so all the wiring's done. You got 3 toggle switches right here. You got that light, and then you got the green ones. Can't really see them, they're all mud. And then that's your headlight. The headlight's all wired up to, and I just have it sitting right here for right now because I don't have my light bar on right now, and I'm probably not putting it on right now because I don't know where I want to put it yet. But this fuse is for my lights, that fuse for the push button, which is still deciding to be stupid. But yeah, so I'll get back to you when I get more done. Alright, so this is how far I got. So dash is all in. I don't remember what I videoed, so I'm just gonna go over everything again. Dash is in, light bar, 2 rear tail lights, on and off, start, push start. Gas tank's in, wiring should be all done. Besides, I don't have my light bar on, but all I gotta do is connect this wire and make a ground, and it's all hooked up. Steering box is in, working, got this all hooked up. But I got to make a different steering shaft because this one, as you can tell, is too short. So I gotta make new steering arm, this one right here. I gotta make a longer one. I gotta fix my winch at some point too still, but I might make 2 parts on this video because I don't know what else I'm getting done tonight. I don't think I'm finishing it for sure tonight. I might do the steering arm tonight, but then I'll probably make a part 2 tomorrow on it. I don't know. Maybe I'll put it all in one video, who knows. But as of right now, that's what I got. Alright, I'm calling it a night here on this thing. As you can see, steering is straight, but you also can see that. So I made up a mock-up one that I can also drive with, but had no hose clamps, so I had to make it work with a bunch of shit laying around because I want to drive it tomorrow. But as you can see, they're pretty good, and now I can use this to mock up the one that my permanent one. And I'm probably gonna end up, I gotta make a backup one for that because I know that's gonna break. So I should make a backup one before that one breaks. I gotta get welding wire though, and that'll make them. Still gotta fix my winch, but that's not gonna be in this video because I don't really feel like spending money, so I'll stay like that for a while probably. It's not even hooked up. I don't leave it hooked up because I feel like it might kill. I don't know. I don't use it enough to leave it connected because it definitely takes a little bit out of your battery. So just connect it when you need it. What else? I gotta get a belt. I gotta get a new belt. I got a pulley system going that I'm not crawling under it right now, but I did get a pulley system going. I just need a belt now. But I'm probably just gonna try finding a belt and making it work. But this is the smallest belt I have right now, and it's too big, so I gotta find a smaller belt and I can make it work. But everything's wired up. Front end's mostly situated besides steering arm. Dash is in. The newer dash. This is an older square body. That's a newer dash. I'm probably putting that hood back on it, but I also, my camera thing's cracked, but I have this hood that does go on it, but the problem is this dash sits back farther, and that hood already didn't reach the old dash, which the old dash went to right here. So I think I'm gonna definitely, I like the look of this hood anyways better. There's no point of having a square body without the right hood. So I'm gonna put this hood on it, but I'm gonna have to extend that hood out the back to reach this dash, but that's no big deal. I'll just do it out of some tin. But I am gonna have to do that. And if you're wondering what this is my throttle cable. The reason I don't just cut them is because that's a pain, because then you gotta take the connectors off. I don't like cutting them. I'll just see how I got it. You just fucking don't cut it, and you have a... Well, this is another thing I gotta situate. I just have zip ties, but if you don't cut it, then you have your two ends, and for a lawnmower, those ends you can't get to go on anymore. Well, you could make a nice bracket for it, but nobody does that. So I just leave them. I got this throttle cable with this mower when I got it back, so just use it. But yeah, that's it for tonight. So yeah, peace. Alright, so as you can see, there's a hood on it. It's all together. I test drove it. Everything seems to be good. So I still have to make a steering arm. I gotta get welding wire and make a steering arm. But for now, that's what it is. Hood's just bolted on with one motor mount on both sides, because that's easy as hell. Every time you gotta pull the hood off, just pull these two bolts out, no nuts or nothing, just done, good to go. I still gotta mess with the hood. I'm probably not gonna mess with it right now. It's whatever. As you can see, you know, because different dash, I gotta do something about that. Which, like I said, I think I'm just gonna use tin. I just don't feel like doing that right now. But I'll get that done. The belt is just, I just got a system going right now that I found a newer belt that works. Got a shit ton of pulleys under there, but clutch works, so it works. But as you can see, I have as many pulleys as I can fit under there to tension this belt, and the clutch is still. So I got to get a new belt, and I'm pulling. I don't want all those pulleys under there. I just threw those under there for I could run this thing and test drive it. But I'll get a smaller belt and just run. You'll have clutch. You'll have one idler somewhere, and then straight to the back. Probably, maybe two idlers. I don't know. Probably just one. I don't know. We'll see. But for now, that's it. So yeah, peace.